Hey everyone, and welcome back to yet another video. Today we're comparing two of the most favorited EDC knives from the market today. It's the Benchmade Bugout and the WE Knives Banter. But enough talking, let's check them out. So although both of them aren't exactly the same size, a few key factors that really makes them comparable are their popularity and easy to carry profile. Basically the essentials to the everyday carry knife. Not too small or heavy, easy deployment, just great pocket knives. Of course, being fairly small carries, these two knives definitely prioritize slicing capability over the tanky build like your Benchmade Adamas. Both are fairly pricey though, the Benchmade Bugout costing around $130 compared to the $110 on the WE Banter. So comparing the handles themselves, both companies really went in opposite directions with these handles. The Benchmade Bugout features Grivery handles, which is the biggest factor to its extreme lightweight of just 1.8 ounces. So if you dig a full-size knife that doesn't weigh you down like an anchor in your pocket, the Bugout is definitely one great option. It offers a lot of real estate, and I'm almost positive that the handles on the Bugout will provide enough room for even larger hands. It also comes with a little bit of texturing in the middle for added traction and also a bit of contouring for a more comfortable feel. However, one thing that seemed to get a few complaints about were the Grivery handles, which actually bend a bit, but being a plasticky material, not too surprising. But if it does really bother you, then you should really consider the WE Banter over the Benchmade Bugout because instead of Grivery, it's got G10 material. It's got a lot more heft and solidity to it than the scales on the Bugout, so it would be really hard to bend these. But despite being a little shorter than the Bugout's handles, I do manage to grip the hand with all 4 fingers, but with an extra inch or so of space. Personally, I like the heftier feel, gives a feeling of more security when bearing down on hard tasks. These edges are chamfered, so instead of a smoother feel, you get a more sharper yet grippier feeling instead. Both have an open back design, allowing dirt to flow through freely, but if I were to put one of these two knives through tough work, I have to go with the WE Banter because of the height of the handles and the heft to it as well. Both knives do in fact get really close to the edge for more control over the blade, but the thickness of the actual scales on the WE Banter really helps fill my palms easier, but at a heavier weight of 2.7 ounces compared to again 1.8 ounces on the Bugout. Because the Bugout was released much earlier than the WE Banter, it will be available in a few more options with different handle and blade materials, which you could either purchase aftermarket from many different companies or just the standard models from the more common stores like Blade HQ and Knife Center. This one is the blue Bugout with Grivery handles, and the WE Banter still has a few other options, just not as much as the Bugout. This being the black Banter with black G10 and a stone-washed blade. Anyway, speaking of blades, both knives do feature drop point style blades. You could call the Banter's blade a spear point style, but they are both very similar blade shapes. Both are very versatile blades, which is not only a great option for urban EDC, but also outdoors. Of course, being named the Bugout, the design of the Bugout was really meant for modern outdoor adventures with great performing materials in an extremely slim and comfortable and lightweight package. Adding on to the similarities of the blade styles, both knives actually feature a blade steel made from the same company in America. The Benchmade Bugout featuring the powder-made CPM S30V with very good edge retention, whereas the CPM S35VN on the WE Banter. Both are very similar in terms of edge retention, but you're gonna get a tougher blade out of S35VN. And you're also going to see the toughness of the blade up close, since the spine of the blade is just a little thicker than the Bugout. Also, since the grind on the Bugout is a little higher, you're going to get a much more slicier blade than the WE Banter. So if you tend to see yourself using your knife for more harder and tougher work, the thicker, stronger blade on the WE Banter is a better choice, but overall slicing capability is better on the Bugout. But don't get too caught up on deciding which blade is better, because at the end of the day, both knives are perfect for cutting. I haven't talked about the length of the blades, so the Benchmade Bugout has a 3¼ long blade, and it's pretty interesting because although you get almost a full-size knife, it's still lighter than some knives with even a 2-inch blade. Whereas the WE Banter has a sub 3-inch blade at 2.9 inches, so if you are someone who lives in a more restricted area where you can't carry a blade like the Bugout, the WE Banter automatically becomes your #1 option. However, there is an option for the Bugout if you want an even smaller knife, the mini Bugout. Blade is under 3 inches, so another option right there. But if we're talking pocket clip, locking mechanisms, and overall ambidextrousness, if you're a left-handed user, the Benchmade Bugout has the biggest advantage here. If we're looking at the WE Banter here, it features a very solid lockup via liner lock, however it does favor the right-handed users more. Same with the pocket clip, which is right-hand carry only. It is very deep carry, it's got flush mounted screws and an inset clip into the G10 handles, makes it a little easier to slide into the pocket. The Benchmade Bugout still features a deep carry, folded over style pocket clip, however you do have the holes on the other side to mount the clip on. And both the clip and screws aren't flushed into the scales like the clip on the Wii Banter, but the actual clip itself is a lot shorter than the Banter's, since again the main goal of the Bugout was to limit as many materials. But I have carried it multiple times and found no problem with putting it back in the pocket, but it's perfect, gets the job done, and I personally like the size of the pocket clip because no matter where I hold this knife, the clip somehow manages to not cause any discomfort or hot spots. Both clips are finished off with a black stonewash finish, makes for a really discreet carry. However, if I were to point out one of the less visible differences, the Wii Banter and its pocket clip are actually a little harder to slide into the pocket because of the stronger tension of the clip and the grippier material that slides against the pocket. But as long as you have strong pants, I think that would be only a minor problem because you also get a lot more traction when cutting with the Wii Banter. As for the locking mechanism on the Benchmade Bugout, keeping the trend of the whole design of the knife, features Benchmade's Axis Lock, which allows you to close and open the knife a more centrifugal way by just pulling down on the lock bar and flicking the blade out. So it's just another fun way of opening the knife without using the dual thumb studs. Works perfectly equal for any handed user, a fully symmetrical design where everything works for both users. But it's a much more fidgety maneuver than the liner lock in my opinion. Now if I were to compare these two knives' opening and closing action, starting with the Bugout, I would say using the Axis Lock, the action is very satisfying. Both knives do provide a set of thumb studs on each side of the blade for a more deliberate way of deploying. But the Benchmade Bugout does offer an additional way of deployment, again by the centrifugal way. But if we're comparing the thumb stud action, the Bugout definitely feels very quick, however the caged ceramic bearings coupled with the detent makes the Wii Banter's deploying a lot more crisp and smoother than the Benchmade Bugout. Also sounds a little cooler. Adding to my statement on the thumb studs, both actually have blue anodized thumb studs, except instead of having anodized titanium on the Wii Banter, the Bugout has anodized aluminum, which gives it its really vibrant blue color. But each add the extra flashiness to the knives. But question is, since these are everyday carry knives riding in your pocket all day, how do they carry? So of course I have to start with the featherweight Bugout, the king of the lightweight carry. As mentioned earlier, at just 1.8 ounces or 51 grams, the Benchmade Bugout is as light as a feather. Compared to the Wii Banter, you definitely notice the extra 1 ounce, but it really isn't a noticeable difference, especially when going about your day. The Bugout does have a slimmer profile and a shorter height compared to the rectangular and tall Wii Banter, but the Benchmade is a little longer. But, as mentioned a while back, both carry very deep in the pocket, very discreet, and overall great carries for EDC. But those are basically all my thoughts and opinions I have on the Wii Knives Co Banter, designed by Ben Peterson, and the Benchmade Bugout. Let me know which knives you prefer over the other, but once again, thank you for tuning in, and if you found this video helpful, consider hitting the like button below, and subscribe to see more EDC content like this in the future, and also hit that notification bell so you know when I upload another video. Again, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.